Alright guys, welcome to Valiant Hearts, The Great War. I saw this game on Steam, it was on the Steam Summer Sale, and I immediately bought it. I'm a huge history nerd. I fucking love history. In my free time, all I'm doing is looking at articles of things in history. And the Great War, World War I especially, is something I find fascinating. And I was just thinking on Steam for any World War I game, and there's really nothing. Like, it's all a bunch of FPS games, and who the fuck... We all play Battlefield 1, okay? We don't need any more FPS World War I games. Enough of this shit. Create some RTS, some story games like this would be amazing. More World War I games would be amazing. I think I find World War I more fascinating than World War II sometimes. Just, it was a crazy time period in history. And judging by this guy, his outfit, I believe he's French. Doesn't look like a German outfit, that's for sure. Doesn't look like an Austro-Hungarian outfit or Turkey, so... I think we're going to be playing as a Frenchman here. I don't know anything about this game. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, one thing that did piss me off is I had to... Fucking Ubisoft, dude. They have this Uplay shit you have to log into before you load this game. So annoying. I almost didn't even want to play it after I had to do that. But don't make us log into something extra to play your game. It's on Steam, just let it all go through Steam. I don't want to log into Uplay. I don't give a shit about Uplay. What the fuck is Uplay? Anyway. I'm not going to hold a grudge, though. Let's see if this game's any good. This game saves data automatically at certain points. Okay, autosaves. Do not turn off your game. Really inspired by
August
World War
1st, 1914. After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances, France is preparing for conflict. A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country. Karl is one of them. A few days after Karl was deported, the war was hungry for more and took away Emil as well. A heavy-hearted Emil was called up to fight and left the farm for Saint-Mihiel. Like so many others, he had no idea what fate had in store for him.
Okay, this is already fascinating. Because I think from what I just saw, we're going to be able to play as Karl too, which means we get to play the German side. Which many video games on World War I and World War II do not let you play as the Central or Axis powers. I guess they equate them for some reason. They're nothing fucking like. World War I Germany and World War II Germany are very different countries. But I'm interested if they let us play as Karl. That'd be really cool to see the German perspective and the French perspective. That'd be a really sick thing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe that's not the case. But who is Karl to us, by the way? He's not our son, because that would make us German too. Is he like our neighbor or something, our friend? I don't know. Ooh, the arrow keys, okay. Sick-ass French flag right there. God, these uniforms, dude. So yeah, at the beginning of the war, the French were dressed in these very bright red and blue uniforms, which made them incredibly easy for the enemy to see. And they eventually had to do away with that and switch to a different standardized uniform. Also, everybody in World War I, at the beginning of the war, were wearing cloth and leather hats, which made head injuries ridiculously easy to pull off. Huge amounts of people dying from headshots. And they eventually switched, the Germans switched to the Stahlhelm, which they kept into World War II. And the French switched to a version of their own. I don't know what it was called. Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité. Hell yeah. Tab. Oh. Oh, yes. They give us a facts, a little bit of a Wikipedia here. I'm so happy. That's so awesome. I'm so happy. Hell yeah, I get to read about history. Yeah, those are the Prussian pickle helms. Those are the leather helmets that the Germans wore. Didn't protect you at all from headshots. June 28th, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in Sarajevo. As a result of the chain of diplomatic and military alliances in place, the event launched Europe into an armed conflict that, with the involvement of the colonies, took a global dimension. August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. August 4th, Britain declared war on Germany. August 11th and 12th, France and Britain declared war on Austro-Hungary. So yeah, World War I was just basically started by a web of alliances and mobilizations to counter each other. And later the Ottoman Turks joined the Central Powers, and Italy joined the Allied Powers. But at the beginning of the war, Italy was actually in a defensive alliance with Austro-Hungary and Germany. But they broke that off, and because they considered Germany to be the aggressor, and they didn't join. Because they had outstanding conflicts with Austro-Hungary over border territory that they deemed Italian, and for that reason they found it lucrative to join the Entente. The Barracks and Regiment. Battalions comprised, I keep saying compromised, of a battalion headquarters and 4 companies, a total of 1,007 men in all. Companies were composed of 4 platoons, in turn divided into 4 sections, each of 12 men, commanded by an NCO. Britain was slow to mobilize on the Western Front. Half of its army was overseas, and with the genuine fear of invasion, infantry divisions were held in reserve at Britain and not included in the British Expeditionary Force. There was no chance of a German invasion of Britain in World War I, unless they somehow destroyed their navy at Jutland. I still don't think there would have been any fear of that, not in World War I. The technology just wasn't there. While conscription only came into force in 1916, voluntary enlistment was initially overwhelming, with 750,000 men eager to show their patriotism. Yeah, back then, love of country was a big thing. Railways. With the outbreak of the war, each country was eager to dispatch its army in situ as quickly as possible to gain the advantage. Railways were essential for mobilization and supply. By August 1914, the British realized the importance of the rail in the war effort and dispatched Royal Engineers to the front to build new lines. By 1917, 40,000 enlisted railways soldiers were working for the RE in France and Flanders. Railways were extremely important in World War I. Extremely important. The Germans learned of the importance of railways from their war with Austria-Hungary, or the Austrian Empire at the time. The Brothers' War, supposedly. And the reason the Prussians were able to do so well in that war was because they had an advanced railway line that allowed their troops to move very, very quickly, while the Austrians moved their troops quite slowly. The debacle of August 1914. In the early fighting, the German army made swift progress. After invading Belgium, they marched on Paris in late August. French troops retreated en masse, and units were outflanked and repelled, taken prisoner or killed. The months of August to September 1914 marked the bloodiest period of the war, with over 180,000 French casualties alone. The French authorities described the debacle as the organized retreat. The war to win over public opinion had begun. Yeah, at the beginning of the war, the Germans quickly overran most of Belgium, but they didn't conquer all of it like they did in World War II. And they tried to quickly knock France out of the war so they could focus on Russia after that. Did not work. They got held back at the Meuse, I believe. Alright, this is sick. I'm so happy they gave this little fact sheet. I also have an item sheet. Inventory. It's a classic adventure game. That's all I have so far. Okay. Got a Facebook and a Twitter. Go check that out. Left alt to change. Okay. I have a mouse. I am good. What was that validate button? What does that mean? Oh, that's just a cycle. Okay, never mind. I have a mouse. Oh, I got a sick ass uniform here. Space.
Bravo, madame. Archie! No!
E.
Bravo, c'est bien! Donne-moi ce coup!
Left shift. Oh. The controls are kind of weird. They're cycling between like so there's gonna be some combat. Not typical of an adventure game. That's cool. Oh, there's a line blocking me from moving. Nailed it. Die, Jerry bastard. This is a really cool training sequence. It's literally a tutorial and a training sequence. Hell yes. Oh, it's so cool. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, by the way, that this is just all so cool, because I fucking
My dear
love...
Yuri, we are on our way to Paris. The atmosphere here is strangely cheerful. I hope that the harvest goes well. Rely on our neighbors for help. They've always been gracious and charitable people. I'll write again as soon as I get my assignment. Please kiss my little grandson for me.
Marie's his daughter, and
At the train depot in
Carl's
Paris,
his son-in-law. I got
trying
it.
to reach his regiment at platform 21, Emile would meet the man he would soon fight alongside. The man who would come to be his truest friend.
Yeah, so I just realized that Carl is our son-in-law, a German son-in-law, and Marie is our daughter. So we're Carl's father-in-law. Oh, fuck you. Leave him alone, you bastards. Oh, get fucked. Oh shit, I messed up. What do I have to throw at? Yeah. I have to throw it at these guys? No. That didn't do anything. Oh, a whistle. Alt, there it is. Steam trains made stations very noisy places. There were no loudspeakers, no display panels, so platform officials had to shout train information to passengers. Whistles were the best way to attract passengers' attention. Okay. So, can I use the whistle? I'm kind of confused what to do here. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious. He loves wine. He wants wine really badly. You're welcome. But can I help this guy out? Like, come on. You little shits. New diary entry, okay. Diaries. Ooh. Yep, I was right. We have multiple characters here. So we have our best friend there. We have our daughter down here. I don't know who this woman is. And we have Carl. And he's in a German uniform. So we get to play as the German side. That's really cool. I started training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Carl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. The declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbors manage to finish the harvest in time. Okay. Well, I could read all of them. August 12th, 1914. At last, I can't wait to get to fighting. Maybe it'll ease some of the pain I feel inside. Damn. This woman. The bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 p.m. this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the street told me it was for troop mobilization in case Germany declares war. I'll write to father to find out what's going on in Belgium. Huh. It feels strange to return to Germany. At least Emil can take care of Marie and Victor. Things should calm down in the months to come. It's all so meaningless. It truly was meaningless. It was a bunch of fucking imperial squabbles over bullshit. Everybody just wanted to show off their fucking big nuts. That's all they wanted to do. I have the biggest army. No, I have the biggest army. I have the best alliance. No, I have the best alliance. It was all bullshit. After Carl, it's Daddy's turn to leave. Why did they have to call him up? Wasn't it enough to expel my dear sweet love from these lands? Why did they have to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight, and now they've left me all alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to take care of. Damn. This guy loves music. I can't use the ladder because he loves the music. What do you guys want? I have to do it in the right order. Oh, you can't escape me. What's this? Metal nib. In 1914, biros did not yet exist, as school children learned to write with metal nibs, or more often, especially in the countryside, with whittled goose feathers. The sheer volume of war correspondence saw metal nibs become more widespread. Cool. Ha! Got him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Where are you from? USA.
Oh, an American. So we got a Frenchman, an American, and a German.
Good luck, my friend.
Good luck, my friend.
August 21st, 1914. Emil's regiment was sent to fight against the 71st German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
Bataillon, en avant, au pas.
Awesome.
Bataillon, vive la France.
This is so fucking cool. Oh shit! Oh, they tricked me. Oh, you literally have to run past it. You literally can't, like, stop that. Okay. This is awesome. Oh shit, our NCO. Oh, we are getting fucked up. That's exactly what it's like. Oh god, okay. There's something to the right of my screen which is worrying me that it's closed off. Maybe I don't have the right resolution here? Because I can't see it. It's like my inventory. Oh shit, Carl.
Miss Marie Chillon. Private Emile Chillon.
We're fucking dead?
From the 150th Infantry Regiment was wounded by enemy fire on August 21st. He has been captured by the enemy.
Oh.
Hopefully, you shall receive news from him soon.
Oh shit.
Freddy, originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life. It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Dorf.
Just thinking. This game's awesome so far. It's very involved. I was expecting like a visual novel type thing. Or maybe even like a just like an adventure game type thing where we have to solve some puzzles. And but this is like, it has combat. It does have puzzles, like with the train thing to help Freddy here. Very interesting. Yeah, the right side of my screen is it's cut off. What is my resolution at? That is the correct resolution. And I am full screened. That is really weird. Well, I hope it doesn't fuck me over. What is T? Tab. Alright. We got a whole bunch of facts here. Americans in the French Army. 128 Americans enrolled in the French Army from the start of the conflict, mostly in Paris, including the poet Alan Seeger. The majority joined the Foreign Legion and took part in the Battle of the Marne. Others joined the Air Force, which later became the Lafayette Squadron. 24 gave their lives for France, including Alan Seeger. The media attention they received in the United States played a decisive role in their own country's decision to join the war 3 years later. I wonder how many German Americans joined. Or, not German Americans, just Americans in general joined them. I don't know if it was possible to join the German army as a volunteer. I'll look that up later. The Battle of the Marne. This is where the Germans lost the initiative and had to retreat, and it eventually became trench warfare. But the thing we just saw with the guys getting gunned down and stuff, that's how the early battles were. They were just running at each other, and you can see why it evolved into trench warfare. Because, well, not devolved, but evolved. Because at that point, there was no tanks. I mean, you just threw bodies at people, and you fucking died. Drawn up long before the war, the von Schlieffen Plan aimed at swiftly overrunning France via Belgium and northern France. After the August debacle on September 6, French troops turned to face German troops in the decisive Battle of the Marne and prevented the capture of Paris. The battle was the first time the Franco-British forces managed to halt the German advance and thwart the main German battle plan. The front retreated northwards and stabilized in December, when trench warfare began in earnest. Yep. Machine guns. The Great War demonstrated the technical progression of the age, symbolized by the machine gun. World War I devices could now shoot up to 200 bullets before requiring cooling and perfectly integrated into the infantry attacks. German machine guns' deployment in the front line gave them a vast superiority at the start of the conflict. Cool. Capture the flag. Flags were powerful symbols for each unit, and once captured became trophies. When overrun, soldiers took the time to hide or bury them before being taken prisoner. With the arrival of trench warfare, flags disappeared from the battlefield and only made the appearance at military ceremonies away from the front. I see. That's the French uniform, I think, that they adopted with the metal helmet. Alright, let's get some ass, Freddy. TNT to blow up a bridge. Okay. Space. Why don't I have a gun? Where's my gun? D. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. Diary entry. At last, I can't wait to get to fighting. Maybe it'll ease some of the pain I feel inside. Yeah, I already read that. Oh, it's the girl. And Emil. Let's read Emil's. Oh, I'm having such a hard time with these controls. We spent yet another day walking. We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. The letter gave me such a fright. Poor Daddy. He's been wounded and taken prisoner by the Germans. I don't know if he's seriously injured, and if he's been being well taken care of. I've been told prisoners are allowed to receive letters. I shall write him tomorrow. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. I picked up a coin that was sitting in the bush. Oh, a gold button. The French Army's Horizon Blue Great Coat had gold buttons. The buttons, not to mention their distinctive red trousers, proved problematic on the battlefield as they shone in the sun, making soldiers easy to spot by the enemy. Yep. I think I have to blow this up.
Where'd it go?
Yep. I know the plan. Oh, shit. I just love these, like, puzzles they have me do. It's so cool and it, like, fits in the game perfectly. A brick. Oh, shit. I see what I have to do. Oh shit. I thought that was what I have to do. Oh, there's a fucking ladder there. God damn it. So dumb. I'm still taking a grenade though. Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It's gonna get louder. Oh, I suck these. Oh yeah. Who set up the TNT? Those German stick grenades? They are. That's awesome. Not sure how that would work, but okay. This game is sick because I'm very familiar with old adventure games. I played King's Quest, I played The Dig, I played Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. I played all the old LucasArts and Sierra adventure games. And this game is what I consider an adventure game, I suppose. Well, maybe not. It's sort of an adventure game. That's what I'd classify it as anyway. But the puzzles are all very narratively involved. It's all very, very seamless. How do I get that? I think I have to use this brick. Hell yeah. Give me this grenade. I love stick grenades. Awesome. Saving, okay. Okay, I was wondering how far I could go before I got fucked. I'm running. Run. I love the art style too. Oh, I got this guy. I think I have to blow up the top. I love that cartoony yellow muzzle flash. It was present in TF2 too. So Freddy's narrative seems to involve this German commander that he wants to kill because he ruined his life or something. I don't know how that happened, but there he is. His hat with the skull and crossbones. Oh god. Is based off of August von Mackensen's hat. It's a German skull and crossbones. The SS used that symbol extensively in World War II, but it's a German thing way before that. How do I stand up? Okay. There's wine up here. Can I just blow this guy up? I wonder if I could just blow this guy up. Oh shit. That's awesome. He knew to duck. That's really cool. I wonder if I was supposed to do that. I just wanted to do it, but... God damn it. I wanted to punch him. I want to try the grenade again. I really want to blow this guy up. No, it won't work. That's awesome that he ducks though and says Granada. Alright, I gotta distract this guy. There's a hit menu. Oh, I'm dead. Huh. What hit menu? Oh, there's hints right here. I don't want a hint. Stop mocking me, game. I got it. I can do this. So... can I climb up before he sees me? Oh shit, I gotta knock down the ladder first. I forgot the grenade did that for me. Come on, pick it up, Freddy. Okay. Let's knock this Wait, can I I so badly want this to work. Because I was able to bounce it. Can I, like, bounce it like this? Fuck. He's too smart. He's too smart. This game. They planned for idiots like me to try that. Good developers. Alright, this time I'm just gonna go straight up. Oh! Teleported. Okay, there's a shiny thing right there too. I'm gonna hit this bell. Hell yeah. Oh shit, I didn't get the shiny thing. No! No, I wanted to get the shiny thing.
Thanks
God
to support from
damn
British
it.
forces, the German plan failed. The front line moved back to the north, and with the arrival of winter, froze. Soldiers holed up amid a vast labyrinth of trenches and tunnels that would become the indelible image of the Great War. Karl's regiment retreated to the outskirts of Neuve-Chapelle, the same camp where Emile was being held prisoner.
German camp, Neuve-Chapelle. He wants more food. So there's a portrait back there of somebody. Maybe that's Hindenburg. I don't know. I wonder who's the guy in the middle holding the papers. Uh, 6 million prisoners of war. Between 1914 and 1918, over 6 million men were taken prisoner, including 1.2 million German, 200,000 British troops. Despite the 1907 Hague Convention and the efforts of the International Red Cross, prison conditions and forced labor proved harsh for conscripts, and hundreds of thousands never made it home. Letters. Letters remained the only real means of communication with the outside world. Radios and telephones were only being used for military ends. All soldiers wrote to their loved ones back home. As war correspondence was free of charge, this created logistical and financial problems. 10 billion letters and postcards were sent to and from the front during the war. The early war postal system was chaotic, but then the front was separated by sectors, each with its own postcode. The visit from the military postmaster was eagerly awaited, I imagine. The Battle of Neuve-Chapelle. March 10th, 1915. We're already in 1915. British shells literally rained down on the German forces. For the first time, the technique of creeping barrage was used, a barrage where the fire of all units targeted the same position for a period of over-advancing one line at a time. The infantry's advance was synchronized at a safe distance behind the barrage, so that German lines could then be overrun. That day, 530 cannons fired over 216,000 shells, that is to say, one shell per weapon every 2 minutes. Yeah, so many shells fired in World War II. Artillery was really inaccurate back then, so they had to fire a lot of it very fast. The Garwal rifles. In the early 20th century, Great Britain and France governed huge colonial empires and put them to use during the war. Indian troops were deployed by Britain in the Middle East as well as European front, and made an important contribution to the war effort. Many victories were achieved thanks to their bravery and discipline in combat. A moment commemorating their service sacrifice stands in Neuve-Chapelle, France. Mud. Trench life was difficult. Soldiers were confronted with cold, rain, and mud. Dirty water meant that diseases such as dysentery, typhus, and cholera flourished. The depth of the mud also presented dangers, and soldiers sometimes drowned in shell holes or tunnels leading to the trenches. It's awful. Explosives. Trench fortifications required the use of explosives. To penetrate the enemy lines, long tunnels were dug under no man's land beneath enemy trenches, inside which explosives were placed. The English used cordite, a powerful explosive that can be detonated at a distance. I wonder why it keeps telling us from the English perspective when we're not playing as... We're playing as a Frenchman in German camps. Why are they telling us about the English? I don't give a shit what the English did. Oh. The dog wants water. How to do that? Doggo. So that's a medic with his medic dog. Sausages. Water makes fire, makes sausages. Okay. It's a picture of our daughter. Photo frame. Even though photography was not widespread, many soldiers had their photos taken before setting out for the war. Professional prints were developed on photo paper and applied to a hard backing to prevent tearing. Some photos were directly printed on postcards, especially group conscript photos.
Emil? Huh? Carl! Ah, Carl! Marie, est-ce que ça va?
Dearest Papa, we live in a climate of uncertainty. Germans use the people of Saint-Mihiel as human shields against the French bombings. I hope the Germans treat you well, and that your wound has healed. Your grandson sent you kisses.
Her village was
I sent you a
captured.
picture of him. All my love. Please write soon.
Adieu, Cloud.
So I was excited to see them, or to play from the German perspective, as well as the French and the, well, an American perspective too. They're kind of treating the Germans like they're barbarians, which, don't get me wrong, them using people as human shields in a village, you know, shit like that obviously probably did happen. Maybe it's a war. But they're really portraying the Germans as quite evil, which is not the case in World War I. Don't know if I like it so far, but maybe they improve it a little bit. Like, they're drinking and yelling and using people as human shields, and there were massacres caused by the Germans in World War I. In Belgium especially, there were many bad things that happened, but it wasn't as so black and white as it is in World War II. World War I Germany was just an imperial force, just like France, Britain, Austria-Hungary, Ottomans, Russia. Everybody was assholes to everybody back then. Okay. Water. Put the water over the fire. What does this do? Fire. And then sausages. Nailed it. Uh-oh. Doggo. Playing as the dog?
Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Waving that ladle around. Oh, they got fucked up.
Schnupper mal Skrulga ab.
He went in the Zeppelin.
Der Lichtlingsste Lunderklon.
Okay. I like the sound he makes. Oh. Mm. What is that T on the side? I can't see it because it's cut off, but I was gonna use my ladle as a. Is there anything in here? Oh, there you go, doggy. How do I...
What? Ichi.
Okay, I can call the dog.
What? Hey, yes.
Huh. I want to use my... How do I use my ladle? I can throw this. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Go, doggy. Left alt. Oh, I can use the dog to do things.
Hey, Patsy.
That's awesome. This game has so many cool mechanics. Thank you. C'est bien. Très bien. Merci, très bien. Okay. Aha.
Hey, what?
Can't use the dog. I still have chains around me. I was wondering what that sound was. I have chains around my feet. Oh, I see. No, let me grab it.
What?
Wait, what? Maybe I have to time this. There we go. Oh, I can just give the dog stuff. I can pat him too. Wee. Oh, fighting in the background. Just looking at the fighting right now. Brutal. Get me back to French lines. Oh. Wait, what's going on? My character is just like... My character got stuck. Keep giving it to the dog, trying to... Okay. I didn't see that ordinance there. I don't know how I missed that. There's a cross over there I want to get. Hell yeah. Saving parameters, okay. What the... Oh, it's just tab. That's what that says. Okay. Crucifix. The majority of the soldiers believed in God, and some were symbols of their religion. War offices had to make provisions for different religions, and a variety of religious ceremonies were performed at the front by different faiths. Priests, vicars, rabbis offered secure and compassion to the soldiers. Muslim soldiers from colonies were organized into separate battalions for practical reasons, and their beliefs were also respected. Halal food was provided as well as Muslim funeral services. Yeah, the majority of Austrian troops were Catholic. Prussians were mostly Protestant. Bavarians were mostly Catholic. Mostly Protestant and Catholic. And French were Catholic. The English were Protestant. But the Ottomans were Muslim, of course. And some of the soldiers, yeah, from the colonies must have been Muslim. So it has saving parameters. We're an hour in. I think I'm going to stop the recording here. This game is fucking awesome. I can't wait to play it again. It is so interesting. And I love the puzzles so far. I love the story so far. The different perspectives is great. The art is cool. Everything about it is cool. I really have nothing negative to say. This game has been fucking fantastic, and I cannot wait to play more of it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.